People often misjudge their level of skill at a particular task. People with little or no experience can be unrealistically confident, and sometimes truly capable people are so full of doubt about the quality of their work that they don't bother submitting it for fear of failure. That is a name. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect, and it's a major obstacle for you when you're trying to learn a new skill. Before you can take it to the next level, you have to know what level you're at. A novice who's convinced that they're an expert is not going to make much progress. Now, the lessons in this course offer study questions at the novice to proficient levels. Let's take a look at what it means to be at these different levels. Here's a novice. Give me rules and a recipe to follow. Tell me exactly what I need to do to follow them. I don't want to make decisions. I'm not ready to learn about connections between tasks, and I don't care about the big picture at this point. I'll try to use examples as plug-in templates to solve problems. Now, if you're a novice, if that describes you, what do you need to do to progress beyond being a novice? Well, the first thing you need to do is learn rules and recipes and guidelines that you can follow and practice them as much as you can. After you do that, you can get to the advanced beginner level. An advanced beginner says, I understand the rules and the recipes well enough to follow them on my own. I see actions as a sequence of steps. Now I need someone to tell me what's important and what's not. And I'm not always sure I did something correctly or not. So at that level, you need to start thinking about what matters and what doesn't, and learn alternative ways to do the same thing so that you can check your work and build your confidence. Now, when you reach the competent level, you say, I've memorized the basic facts and I've practiced this skill. I can work with very little supervision or coaching. Sometimes there isn't a step-by-step procedure for every problem that I'll come across, so I plan the problem solution pretty carefully before I start. I always check my work, and I do have some confidence in my answers because I have some experience with them. My solution might not be the quickest solution, and it might not be the most direct or the most elegant. I can partially see how a task fits into a larger context. I have longer-term goals than just getting this assignment done. I want you to give me choices for activities. Okay, so if you say those kind of things, you're competent. At that level, you might want to work to relate things to each other. Look for connections so that you can begin to develop an intuitive understanding of the topic. When you get to the proficient level, you say, I understand how this task's importance fits into the larger scheme of things. And that understanding really broadens what I can do. I can spot things that don't look right, they deviate from the normal pattern, and I can figure out how to overcome new obstacles. I use general guidance, but I understand that when I'm applying a maximum, the way I apply it varies according to the situation. I take initiative without being asked, and I don't need much supervision. The more freedom that you give me, the more work I'll do. Now, that's the top level that you can hope to aspire to in this course. You can't get to the next level, the expert level, in taking a single course in something. It really requires decades of study. An expert will say things like, well, I wrote the book, but I don't use it or follow it myself. I can create my own interpretations of this subject, and they're useful, and they go beyond existing explanations. But they're not necessarily like other people's explanations. I sometimes have difficulty explaining how I do things to people at other levels because I intuitively understand the subject. I keep up to date with my subject. I work to expand the subject's frontiers. Now, if you're an A student, you might get all the way from novice to proficient in this course. If you're a B student, you might go from novice to competent. A C student usually doesn't go much beyond advanced beginner. Now you can be an A student. Just put in the time. Just do the work. I'm here to help you do that.